In this video, we'll try to create custom data labels. On this report page, you see a slicer up top and also a line visual on the bottom. And for the slicer, we have the year coming from the calendar table. And for the line chart, on the x-axis, we have the month. And also for the y-axis, we have the total steps. It's a pretty simple line visual. And we have to create a measure so that we can add this measure as a custom data label. So let us try to do that in this page. Let us go to our measures table, right click on it and create a new measure. And we will try to name this measure as custom label for total steps measure. You can name whatever you want to. And we have to create a couple of variables. And the first variable will be this month steps equal to total steps. And in one of the previous videos, we have already calculated the previous month steps. So we'll pass that measure value here. So previous month steps equal to previous month steps. And we will create a third variable and we'll call it as the result. And in this result, we will try to use a switch statement and true if the condition would be if this month steps are greater than or equal to previous month steps, then give an emoji. In this case, I'm using the Windows emojis. So I'm using a thumbs up. That is as the first condition. And the second is if this month steps are less than previous month steps, then it would be a thumbs down. You can use any kind of emoji, but to demonstrate, I'm just using a simple logic. Once you do that, and close the parenthesis and commit to it. And in the return statement, we can say return this result. Once we have that, we can commit to it. And on new page, if you drag this measure, you see only the thumbs up, right? But in our case, we wanted to show the total steps. And also we want to show this emoji, right? So all we have to do is go back to our measure, kind of change the code, tweak it. We will use the format function for the total steps so that we get the 1000 separator. And we use the ampersand and add the result. We'll make sure that the code is correct. Let us try to make sure that is there and close the parenthesis for the format function. Yep, add the parenthesis, and once I think the code looks good and we commit to it. Once we commit to it, we have the measure ready. So all we have to do is go to the formatting and in the data labels, go to the values. And there is a, by default, the total steps measure is there. So we will replace that particular total steps with our newly created measure. We have created a custom label measure, right? So we will replace that. Once we replace that, you should be able to see the upgrade. Yeah, this looks good. We have those thumbs ups based on the values. So it is working perfectly. And for this visual, I've also added smart narrative. Go to properties, go to header icons and enable the smart narrative. So that once you click on that icon, on the header icon, you can see that it is giving you the details, textual representation of whatever it finds on this particular visual. So it makes selections on the slicer. The visual also changes. It's a very simple line chart and we have understood the concept. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.